How many times do our little dogs try to show us love and we simply don't understand? At this very moment, your dog may be sending a silent message of love that goes completely unnoticed, not with exuberant barking or excited jumps, but with a slow blink, a gentle nudge of his nose against your knee, or the simple choice to sleep with his back turned toward you, exposing his most vulnerable belly. We humans expect obvious displays of affection, but the deepest canine love usually speaks in nearly invisible whispers. Tiny gestures loaded with ancestral meaning, shaped by thousands of years of living by our side. Your dog doesn't use words. He turns every relaxed muscle, every lingering gaze, and every choice of where to lie down into a silent narrative of absolute trust. And in the rush of everyday life, we miss these delicate signals that are, in truth, silent vows of loyalty, written in body language. Today, we're going to decode 6 of these gestures, not as isolated curiosities, but as deeply intentional love letters. You'll discover that when he leans his hip against your foot while you cook, it's not random. That bringing you his most treasured toy is an offering of treasure, and that sleeping with his back to you may be the greatest act of faith a predatory animal can offer another living being. Take a deep breath, and get ready. In the next few minutes, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. When your dog locks eyes with you and blinks slowly, almost as if melting in slow motion, he isn't just tired or sleepy. He's saying the most vulnerable sentence in the canine vocabulary: I surrender to your presence without any defense. In the wild, dogs avoid direct eye contact with one another as a sign of challenge. But with you, that same gaze becomes a bridge of nearly sacred intimacy. Half-closed eyes signal deep nervous system relaxation, as if every muscle around the eyelids is softly whispering, "It's safe here. I can rest here." Researchers at Azabu University in Japan discovered that prolonged mutual eye contact between dogs and humans releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, in both species' brains, creating an invisible chemical resonance that strengthens the interspecies bond. That deliberate slow blink isn't accidental. It's a conscious softening in a world where wide, fixed eyes signal maximum alert and imminent danger. When he repeats this gesture while you're sad or tired, it's no coincidence. It's sensory empathy refined through daily coexistence and the precise reading of your micro-expressions. Blink back slowly, and you'll create a silent dialogue that strengthens your bond more deeply than any treat or new toy ever could. That soft gaze is your dog's emotional signature on the invisible contract you both signed the day you first met, a promise renewed with every blink. That gentle weight of his body pressing against your leg while you work at your computer isn't a space accident or bad manners. It's a deliberate and conscious search for physical connection that calms his nervous system like nothing else. In the wild world of wolves, pack members sleep pressed against one another, not only to conserve warmth, but to continuously signal, "You belong to my innermost circle of trust. You are family." When your dog chooses your foot as an anchor while resting on the floor, he is ritualistically recreating that ancestral behavior of belonging and collective safety. The subtle sideways hip touch, almost imperceptible if you're not paying attention, is a delicate way of marking you with his presence, without invading your personal space or demanding immediate attention. It's fundamentally different from jumping or persistent licking. This gesture asks for nothing in return. It simply confirms that physical closeness is an emotional necessity as vital as food or water. Anxious or insecure dogs often avoid prolonged contact out of fear of rejection. Dogs who feel truly safe seek constant touch as a natural balm to calm mind and body. That soft, steady pressure releases endorphins that soothe both his nervous system and yours, an invisible biological synchrony that turns two bodies into one stable emotional unit. When he fits perfectly into that small space between your legs on the couch, he's not just filling an empty spot, he's completing his emotional silhouette with your physical presence. This repeated silent gesture says more than 1,000 exuberant licks. Your physical existence calms me more deeply than anything else in my environment. Your proximity is my safe harbor. Honor that touch. Don't pull away or gently push him aside. Every inch of intentional contact is a full word in the silent language of canine love. That soft clicking of nails on the floor as you walk from the kitchen to the bathroom isn't unhealthy obsession or problematic emotional dependence. It's devotion and emotional daily choice to share every fragment of your ordinary journey. Your dog isn't glued to you out of fear of being alone or separating anxiety. He's practicing what ethologists call movement synchrony, a behavior deeply rooted in pack social structure that signals unity, respect, and collective belonging. Dogs naturally follow leaders they admire and trust, not out of desperate need for company, but from a genuine desire to share each moment of the collective journey as a functional unit. The subtle difference between healthy love and anxious dependency lies in body posture. The loving dog follows with a relaxed body, tail neutral, ears loose. The anxious dog follows with pinned back ears, tense muscles, and panting without physical exertion. When he waits patiently outside the bathroom, without scratching the door or whining, he's demonstrating mature respect for your boundaries while maintaining unshakable emotional connection, a rare balance of closeness without invasion. He has transformed your seemingly mundane household routine into the modern pack's daily hunt, and you are the gravitational center of that shared journey. He doesn't want constant attention or forced interaction. He simply wants to witness your existence as part of the safe, predictable fabric he calls home. When your dog lays that most precious toy at your feet, the one chewed at the edges, stained with saliva, soaked in years of personal scent, he's not necessarily asking to play right then. He's offering his most valuable possession as proof that you deserve to share his most intimate inner world. In ancestral canid behavior, wolves bring portions of prey to the pack's core as a gesture of provision, respect, and collective belonging. Your domestic dog has elegantly transformed that ancient instinct into a modern language of affection. What is mine by right, I now offer to be ours by choice. That worn toy isn't just cheap plastic or fabric. It's an object loaded with complex scent memories representing emotional security, comfort, and identity in physical form. By voluntarily placing it in your hands, he shows that he trusts you more deeply than he trusts the very object that comforts him in moments of stress or solitude. Repeatedly ignoring that gesture, even with a distracted, later buddy while looking at your phone, can be read as a silent rejection of the bond he courageously offered. The ideal response is calm presence. Accept the toy. Hold it for a few seconds as if it were treasure, then return it with a gentle stroke on his head. You validate the offer without turning it into a cold transaction of reward. It's pure generosity without calculated expectation of return. Sleep is, without exaggeration, the most vulnerable state for any animal. When your dog chooses your bedroom, the foot of your bed, or even your pillow as his place of deep rest, he is making a radical declaration of absolute faith in your presence. In the animal kingdom, exposing the unprotected neck or soft belly during sleep is an act of total surrender reserved for pack members considered completely safe. If he sleeps on his back with paws relaxed in the air near you, it's not just physical comfort, it's a silent confession that his world beside you is safe enough to disarm every instinctive defense. That nighttime proximity also carries a deeply rooted protective instinct. Dogs often position themselves to monitor potential threats while partially turned toward you, guarding your vulnerable sleep as well. The gradual synchronization of your breathing during deep sleep isn't coincidence, it's real biological resonance, reducing cortisol and stress in both bodies. When you wake up and find his damp nose inches from your face, it's not an invasion of space, it's a gentle morning confirmation that your emotional connection survived the vulnerability of the night. Shared sleep is the purest form of intimacy a dog can offer. And finally, not every wagging tail means genuine joy. A stiff tail wagging rapidly in a straight line often signals tension or alertness, not happiness. True loving joy involves the whole body. Hips sway, ears relax, eyes soften, even the corners of the mouth seem to lift. When the wag begins at the base of the tail and flows like a wave through the entire body, you're witnessing physical joy manifested in every muscle fiber. Anxious dogs wag only the rigid tip of the tail. Dogs deeply in love with your presence turn movement into full-body dance. That body-shaking wiggle when you walk through the door isn't dramatic exaggeration. It's the only physical translation possible for an emotion too big to fit inside a still body. It says, without a single word, your presence instantly transforms my nervous system from alert survival mode into a quiet celebration of belonging. Every slow blink, Every gentle touch, every silent step behind you is not random behavior. It is living poetry written in body language, a continuous narrative of devotion rewritten daily at your side. Today, when you walk into your home, look beyond the obvious wagging tail. Notice the calm gaze that follows you to the couch without asking for anything. Feel the gentle weight against your feet while you read or work. Receive the offered toy as the sacred gift of trust it truly is. If your heart beats a little faster or your breathing softened while recognizing one of these signs in your own dog, that's not coincidence. It's the silent call of a connection that crosses species, language, culture, and evolutionary time. This video may end on the screen, but your new awareness begins right now, and maybe at this very moment as you're watching this, he's right there beside you, patiently waiting for you to finally notice.